finally has him in the flesh, in the same room, on the same bed, under the same sheets, she imagined him under with her. His fingers aren't the only thing that touch her.
Yes, the fire rises.
So why would she let something so small it can fit in a wallet and so cheap they give it out for free come between her and Teddy P is already given instructions because it's too bright in the room and they gotta do something about these lights, these goddamn, turn them off!
And inside Dee Dee's bedroom at her mother's house, while the teddy bear continued singing from his new 1979 album, a seed shot out of Dick, pun intended, and the seed swam upstream, connected with an egg. And unlike the mother and father, the two became one and became me. Dee Dee is what they called my mother. Daisy Davenport is on the birth certificate. That's the name she signed underneath. Dick is what they call my father. Richard Williams is on the birth certificate. He wasn't there. Day is what they call me. David Williams is on the birth certificate. I didn't have a say. But that's how it is when you're accepted by one parent, unaccepted by the other. The unwanted, wanted child. Nothing special about us because there's so many of us. No big deal, apparently. Happy birthday to who? Happy birthday to who? Happy birthday to the bastard. Happy birthday to you.
Sorry.
Don't worry, Mama, we don't need him. Forget him. And at the kitchen table, I went on about how messed up it was that Dick could have a baby with my mother and never visit her, never call to check on her, never anything. And at this, my mother put her head down and told me something that blew my mind. Day, there's something I gotta tell you, baby. I'm not proud of it and I can't tell you how sorry I am, but you need to know it. For some time, when you were little, your dad did come visit me. He used to stop by the house in the middle of the night. Wait, what you talking about, Mom? He came in this house? Wait, come on, Mom. Mom, he was actually here? He walking around? And I was here too? I wasn't hungry at first, Mama, but I think I'll have one of these buttermilk biscuits because I just think that him? But only at night. My mother said I wouldn't have known he was there because I was already past rapid eye movement and already snoring. But the one thing I didn't ask is, why did she allow him to see her if he didn't want to see me? I mean, how could she do this? Anyway, the story is 3 years after I was born, my mother received a call. The man who claimed he loved her, meaning in love with her, was now on the phone. He told her he found the Polaroid picture taken on the night the two of them had met at one of Carmen's parties. The photo with the two of them grinning and hugging each other like they'd known each other for years. He said the picture was underneath the bottom drawer of his dresser, on the floor, all this time. Lost, but now found. And she asked him, where have you been? And he said, look, I've been busy working 2 jobs. A part-time job in the day, a full-time job in the night. On top of that, my grandmother's been real sick these past few years, and you know, her business that she's had has been in jeopardy. You know, the floral shop. But hey, listen, let's not talk about me and the fact that I've had my hands tied for a little bit. Look, I just need you. Dick, yeah. I'm sorry to hear about your grandmother, and I'm sorry about her flower shop. But the fact that I haven't heard from you, look, I know it's been, your son is 3 years old. Look, I know it's been a while since we talked, but look, Dee Dee, I need you to know I've never forgotten about you. Yeah? Well, when I don't forget about people, I let them know I ain't forgotten. I'd call them, I'd visit them, I'd write them, and it don't take 3 years to do it. Look, Dee Dee, all I'm saying, call them, visit them, right? Dee Dee, I'm sorry. I was too ashamed to face you. Look, I haven't been a man, I know that, baby, I know it, but please, let me make it up to you. I heard you have your own place now. Let me come see you, baby. You still could have called and got in touch with me. I don't care what you say. My mama's number ain't changed, and she ain't received a single call from the man who said he loved me, got me pregnant, and then disappeared. Look, Dee Dee, I know it's been a while, baby. Like I said, I've been working. Not only mean just working to get paid, well, that too, but I mean working on myself so that I can work on us. I mean, that's the first thing I said I wanted to do is work on our relationship before I can even attempt being a father. Huh? Hey, Dee, hey, I know you remember this. Roses are purple. Violets are too. You remember that, girl? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Hey, look, Dee Dee, look, I got a car now, so look, let me stop by and drop some money off to you. And if you don't want me to stay, I'm gone. I mean, you can pay some bills, get some groceries, get you and the kids something. The kid? Our son? Yeah, of course, Dee Dee. Look, let me help take care of y'all. I'm here for you, baby. You understand? I'm here. I love you, girl. You hear me? I love you. Hello? Oh, come on now, Dee Dee, you know I don't like to hear you crying. Look, tell me where you live, I'm coming over right now. 26, 78, Highland Avenue, apartment 3. And not lightly, because our son is asleep. Okay? Oh, and bring the picture with you. Okay? Bye. A few words, and a few minutes made up the 3 years. Wouldn't have been so bad if he was sincere. That was the first of many nights. He would continue to come over on and off for about 4 years. My mama told me she was sprung at almost any cost she wanted him in her life, and then in my life. Come on, baby, let's get married and be the family we're supposed to be. And he promised they would. But only after he did this over here, or straightened out a few more things over there, or because the time just wasn't right, he was still working on himself, because, you know, I still got to check my finances and do and all that bullshit. But one day, he'd say, soon. Well, baby, we can at least go out for dinner. How about you come over in the evenings, every Mondays and Wednesdays, or maybe every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and stay for dinner and leave after breakfast? At least stay with us on the weekends. My mama was a beggar. Like those lying, conniving ones who ask you for money again after you just told them, sorry, I can't help you. They rephrase the question and add a statement as if they didn't just hear you say, I can't, to convict and convince you that you can. Tell you how hungry they are. Tell you they haven't eaten in 30 days and they weren't even fasting. Tell you their wife died and left them with 6 kids at home, and 3 of them just passed out from hunger before he left the house. And if you still aren't convinced, not only are they a widow with 7 kids, wait man, I thought you said 6. whose mom died in the grocery store in aisle number 9, and nearly 20 years later, the case is still pending. Also, so sad, the doctor told him just an hour ago that he has a disease. Like my 50 cents is really going to help your hepatitis B? You need treatment, brother. Maybe prayer. But of course, you're not interested in either one of those, so here, take it. Only difference is my mama didn't come up with fabrications, she came up with ideas. And when she didn't get what she wants, she took what she could get. Like a beggar. Now I don't mean to compare my mama to those type of beggars, but she said it first. I just agreed. And I wanted to disagree, but at the time neither one of us could think of a better analogy. Apparently she didn't mind the compromise, so long as Dick kept whispering broken promises to her, rewrapped and presented as brand new, till he'd leave in the middle of the night, and the next day she was stuck unwrapping the exact same promises. No new promises, just different wrapping paper. As a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. 11th verse, chapter 26. I swear Solomon was talking about my mama in this book of Proverbs, and she wasn't even born yet, so she must not be the only fool. Again, I don't even think of my mama as a fool, but she said it first. I just agreed. And I wanted to disagree, but at the time, neither one of us could think of a better word to discuss. Anyway, I had to know, therefore I had to ask her if, while I slept in my bedroom, my father ever came in to see me. My mother hesitantly replied that many times before he left the house, she tried to get him to. Just to hug me goodnight, softly, if he was worried about waking me. Or simply tuck me in tighter. Or kiss my forehead. Or rub my shoulder. Or pat my back. Or touch my feet with your pinky finger, nigga. Do something. He didn't want to do it. He couldn't touch his own son. Now how am I supposed to feel after hearing that? Out of everything she told me, this would be fuel for the fire. I excused myself from the kitchen table, went to my room, and I just My schoolwork went everywhere after I threw my backpack. I had a habit of not zipping it shut. It was left open, always, just a little. I sat on the edge of my bed and blinked away tears for a whole hour and a half. When I noticed I was sitting on my math notebook. We had been studying probabilities. Math, my most frustrating subject. From that moment, it became the first of many notebooks that I would use throughout the next 18 years to write about my frustrations with my father. I mean, I can go through any one of these notebooks, go to any one of their pages, and see the same frustrations. I'll prove it. Even if you popped up every now and then to see me.